What is up, everyone? Youngstown here, creator of Super Smash Academy, here to talk about the rise and fall of this channel and where we stand now. My first introduction to competitive Smash was EVO 2013, and I remember laying in bed, watching the stream, seeing how in the world are these characters moving this fast, just being so enthralled with this level of competitive play.
A low percentage kill. No, can't keep him out there. Oh, it's knocked him out. He's taking his shirt off.
I never followed the Melee scene, nothing. I knew nothing about any aspect of the competitive scene. Because of this, I started searching YouTube and Smashboards, all how to like perform these techniques, and it was so incredibly overwhelming. I can't tell you how many times I rewatched that advanced how to play video from like forever ago. Flash forward to summer of 2014, you know, Smash 4 is on the horizon. It's gonna come out later on that year. And I had this idea to start a second channel dedicated to teaching people the fundamentals and the basics. I didn't talk to a whole lot of people about the idea, but when I started feeling confident, I went to my brother Jake about it, and he looked at me and was like, "Luke, we don't even know how to wave dash." So that was his way of saying, no way, like there's no way you can viably make this channel. So the reality of that sunk in, and I was on the brink of not even making this channel at all. I had like little to no hope. It wasn't until Screw Attack Gaming Convention 2014, my buddy Satch was attending. Because of his encouragement and some of his, you know, foundational ideas as to like how to start out, because I had no idea what to do. You have this channel now, because I wasn't gonna do it. I also remember being so paranoid. I didn't want anyone else to hear the idea in case it was viable. I came home a lot more motivated. At the time, my brothers were home for the summer. We were playing a lot of Project M because it was kind of like the new game that was like quenching our thirsts and excitement for Smash 4 to come out later on that year. We were streaming Project M one day, and one of the people in the chat was SOJ from the PM development team. And as soon as I saw him, I was like, dude, message me after this is over, please. I need to get in contact with you about this idea. I had no idea if like SOJ was cool or anything. I was just desperate to get this idea going. Come to find out, SOJ is like the nicest dude in the world and so knowledgeable about the competitive scene altogether. It was that relationship, that friendship that built. We went from Smash Academy definitely not happening to like, okay, let's give it a try, to yes, it can now happen. It was actually because of SOJ that I wound up meeting Garrett, and because of that relationship, you know, you guys have songs like Settle It and Smash and in Evolution. SOJ actually came up with the idea of the Show Me Your Move segment, where we would elaborate more on one specific move in order that we kept the main episodes, you know, short, concise, and easy to follow. And one of the Skype calls between SOJ and me, we were talking about the community, and he asked if I had seen the Smash documentary. And I was like, no, I haven't seen it. I was kind of embarrassed, like, is this a thing that everyone has seen? He's like, dude, in order to understand the community and to make content for the community, you've got to watch this. And so I started watching it like at 2 a.m. and like it was, yeah, I watched it all the way to like 6 in the morning. The thing that really got me passionate about the community, having not even been a part of it yet, was Wife. Anytime Wife would come on screen, he was so like elegant and articulate and so passionate. It was that passion, just his commentary, and no pun intended, that really got me pumped up about creating content for the community. From that point on, SOJ and I agreed that Marth, like Melee Marth, was the best character to introduce people to, because he's the character that rewards fundamentals. I knew I couldn't rely just all on SOJ to make this episode happen, because he had a job and he was also developing for Project M. So I had to get hands-on with Marth, and I was like, okay, what better way than to go to some of the locals, the local tournaments, the friendlies or whatever, to like learn the game. I'm just gonna show up to one of these things and just like get my tail whooped. And sure enough, that's what happened. I would play these dudes locally and they just bought me over and over and over. I would lose, get 4-stocked. They would start kind of teaching me about the fundamentals and the basics of how to play Marth, and then I would just kind of use that to make them elaborate, all so I could make this episode. Because at the time I had a draft for Marth, and so I would use some of the things I'd already written. What's the best way to edge guard as Marth? Or What about Marth's neutral game? What should I just be looking for generally with him? At these monthlies and these friendlies, I met Tucker, which he is a Falco main who was just learning the game as well, but he was like 10 times better than me. Him and I became buds, and we would get together on the weeks or the weekends that the monthly wasn't happening, and we would like practice and spar, and we even streamed a few times. I didn't even have a controller at the time, and I went to these monthlies just completely controllerless. It was because of Tucker. He had an extra one. He just gave me this one. I was gonna buy it from him. He's like, no man, just take it. That was like such a big deal. And it's this controller here that you see in all the videos. The wave dashing video, yeah, you can thank Tucker and that friendship right there for teaching you guys how to wave dash, you know? About 6 months into the channel's lifespan, in April of 2015, I released the shuffle video, and I got contacted by Wife via Twitter about attending Super Smash Con. We hopped in a call, and he was so impressed by the shuffling video, he wanted me to like be involved with Super Smash Con, like lead a panel. I honestly could not believe it. I was playing it ice cold and super cool, but inside I was fanboying so hardcore. This is someone who really helped put into perspective, you know, even in the documentary, about how important the Smash community is to him. The fact that they wanted me to even be involved, like them inviting me in, I was like almost in tears. It was confirmation. What you're doing for this community is quality, it is important. Super Smash Con was honestly one of the most memorable experiences I will ever have. Because there, I got to meet Wife, I met dudes like Chillin' Dude and Mike Hayes and became really tight with them. There I also spent the whole convention hanging out with SOJ, Garrett, and James Landino. So from all that, we had all this momentum going forward. Like we were bound for even, you know, greater success with Smash Academy if I had the means to like keep it going, but it was exhausting me. It was spreading me so thin, having to learn everything and then to learn to just regurgitate it into a video that was easy to understand. And I was so paranoid with like missing things, because you know how if you like make a video and people say, oh, this is good, but you should have said this, or you forgot to say that. I was trying to avoid that as much as humanly possible and create videos that really stood the test of time, that were timeless, like the new generation of the advanced how to play video. Like I wanted the channel to be that, so people could always go back and learn. I was working on the Smash 4 guide for Mario, and I spent so much time, and it just seriously exhausted me. I had the script done, the voiceover recorded. I had basically all the footage, pretty much everything was there. I got so discouraged one day, and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. It's like, I don't want to do this video. I had such a difficult time balancing the two channels that it became discouraging, and I just kind of gave up. I was definitely spreading myself thin because I didn't have this beautiful computer back here. I was working on this small 2009, you know, MacBook Pro that was just so slow, and it just bogged me down. Working on content was more of just like waiting, you know, waiting on things to render, waiting on like the simplest cut to even happen. Like I'd click to just use the blade tool and have to wait like 3 seconds for it to even cut. And if something as simple as that, you can imagine like bigger edits. You know the whole meme that's M2K, go to the doctor. If at the time you knew that I was going through that, it would have been Youngtown, hire some people, because that's exactly what I needed to do. And that's what wound up happening. Last November, so November 2015, I was talking with Shane, the guy who runs Did You Know Gaming, and I forget what we were talking about, but I remember him saying something along the lines of like, you know, like you don't have to abandon Smash Academy altogether. You could get people on board and at least upload every like month or bi-monthly and keep something going, and you don't have to worry about it. So that's when I made the post on Facebook, Twitter, and Reddit, like, hey, application process is happening right now. Everyone go like apply. And I remember getting hundreds of applications. Now, you know, 6 months later or something, we have a brand new team, about 5 or 6, who are dedicated to like writing scripts. Some of them edit, some of them do a little bit of both. But Now we have, you know, the original team, SOJ, Jolly. Shout outs to Jolly. Jolly helped out a freaking ton with like images and just a bunch of awesome guys who are dedicated to make the best of the best content, which is the vision of Smash Academy. I just want to say to all of you, thank you all so much for sticking with me. I know we got a lot of people who don't think that we're gonna last, who think we're just gonna bail, but that's not the case anymore. That's the story. In the meantime, I'm still gonna be voicing episodes. We got a lot of new ideas with featuring players, their techniques, and where they came from, that sort of thing. If you're interested and you play Smash for any game and you would like to be featured, please comment below, contact me on Twitter, which is @Smash_Academy. And yeah, that is pretty much it. All right, love you guys. Peace. Oh, also follow me on Twitch. Follow me on Twitch. I'm gonna become the 7th god of Smash. All right, yeah, peace.